Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, our Wednesday program that we do here on the channel where we review some of the cool new releases in the worlds of heavy metal, progressive rock, hard rock, classic rock, jazz, fusion. That's kind of like the worlds we cover here, the genres we cover on the channel. For this episode, we're going to take a look at the brand new release on AFM Records from a longtime Swedish power metal band, Bloodbound. Okay, Creatures of the Dark Realm, released here in early part of 2021. Or actually, we're getting mid part of 2021 now, aren't we? These guys have been around since the early 2000s. They've got this is their 9th studio album, right? They've got a live album too, One Night of Blood, which came out back in 2015 or so. But they've been pretty busy in recent years. This follows up Rise of the Dragon Empire in 2019 and War of the Dragons in 2017. So they've been fairly prolific over the last bunch of years. And they always have great album covers. I'm going to take this out of the jewel case in a second so you can get a gander at this. The artwork is, if you love the power metal stuff and love, dragons and battles and creatures and all that kind of stuff, you've come to the right place, my friends. So here we have, look at that. That's pretty impressive, right? I guess if you like stuff like, Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and all that. So if you go through the booklet, you've got all the lyrical content, all right? Lyrics to all the songs, more cool imagery. You got guys in the band. There they are. All right, Bloodbound, as you can see, like to wear a little bit of facial paint there. But make no mistake about it, this is pretty upbeat power metal. All right, who we got in the band here? Let's see if we can get all the names of everybody here for you. All right, so we've got on lead vocals, Patrick Celebi. All right, hopefully I'm saying all these names correctly. On lead and rhythm guitars, you got Thomas Olsen. On rhythm guitars, you got Henrik Olsen. On keyboards, you got Fredrik Berg. On bass, Anders Broman. And Daniel Skogren on drums. Okay, so big, lot of big arrangements, lot of double bass drumming and big riffing and lots of guitar solos and plenty of keyboards along the way. Good stuff. It kicks off with the first track, which is, you got this little kind of like instrumental interlude, first of all, and then it kicks into the title track, Creatures of the Dark Realm. Really catchy. Love that song. I love when power metal bands just kind of like throw a just absolute mind ripper first song on an album, and that totally gets you into the mood for the rest of the album. And this one, one of the things I like about Bloodbound is that and they've had so many lineup changes over the years. It's good to see a somewhat solid lineup here for a couple albums in a row. But their music is very laden with hooks, but it's not as in your face with the kind of like, I don't know, I call it like happy power metal. One of the things that I always kind of come down on like Hammerfall about is that this song is just a little too uplifting. I don't mind uplifting in my music at all, but I want it to be, I want it to be heavy. I want it to be metal. And I think these guys do a good job with that fine balance. Like, I don't find their stuff too overbearing with the kind of like, we're power metal, we sing good stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, yay, that sort of thing. And that gets old with me after a while. Like Hammerfall does it a lot, Freedom Call does it a lot, there's a bunch of other bands. I don't really get it with these guys. I kind of enjoy their music a lot. So Creatures of the Dark Realm, title track kicks it off in a great way. You've got When Fate is Calling, another ripper, Ever Burning Flame, awesome song. Great harmonies in that. Wonderful. Eyes Come Alive is also a fast-paced ripper. Death Will Lead the Way, one of the heavier tracks on the album. Good riffing on there. Then you got Gathering of Souls, Kill or Be Killed, manic, fast-paced, love it. The Gargoyle's Gate. Again, you know where they're going with the lyrical content. If you love monsters and creatures and all that kind of stuff in like a fantasy setting, this is it for you, man. The Gargoyle's Gate, terrific song. March into War, got that kind of like, Sabaton type of feel. Face of Evil, good, fast-paced, snarling, power metal track. And then The Wicked and the Weak kind of ends it all, and it's got this big kind of epic flair to it. And there's an epicness to this album, which I dig quite a bit. They're not as over-the-top with it as, like, Rhapsody of Fire, that sort of thing, but really good, classy power metal, enjoyable, melodic, great vocals, Instrumentation is spot on, and you know, if you like the whole Dungeon Dragon fantasy wars and all that kind of stuff, I don't find these guys as pummeling with the war thing as like Sabaton. And it's weird, you know. A lot of people ask me, "Do you like Sabaton? Do you like Sabaton?" I don't really get into Sabaton, but yet I kind of dig these guys. So you know, there's so many of these bands, these European power metal bands, that it's just like, and I'm hit or miss on some of them. Some of them I dig, some of them just don't do it for me. Bloodbound I like. Go figure. Whereas, you know, a band like Sabaton, Hammerfall, I don't quite get into as much, right? So I'm just hit or miss with all this stuff. What can I tell you? But this is quite good. So, Creatures of the Dark Realm, AFM Records from Bloodbound. Check it out if you haven't already. Really good, solid power metal album, and they've got a lot of good ones. So, and great covers. I love their covers. Sometimes I wonder if I love their covers more than I like some of their music, but I actually do like their music. So, but the covers are fantastic. So, check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. We got more. That's probably going to be it for the new product reviews for today. We're going to save some stuff for next week. For next week, we've got the brand new Nad Sylvan for all you proggers. I've got the new Flotsam and Jetsam. That'll be coming up next week. And there's a bunch of other things that are here too. So, yeah, stay tuned for all that and more. I think I said this is on the web. I did? Yes, I did. So make sure you do that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell if you want to make a donation to the channel. The link to our Ko-Fi page is below in the video description, as well as the link to our merch page, where you can get all sorts of Sea of Tranquility t-shirts, the various different logos we have, Hudson Valley Squares, Monsters Den. We've got comic book Easer shirts as well for our sister channel. So, yeah, check it all out. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow with the Monsters Den. We got Spookies Part 3. We got a bunch of actors who appeared in the cult 80s horror film Spookies joining us for a cool little kind of Q&A, question and answer, show and tell, talk about their experiences filming that particular movie. And then we've got on the Monsters Den next week, we've got Dan Brown, Jamie Laszlo, and myself are going to be talking about our 10 favorite Alfred Hitchcock thrillers. So that's coming up next week. And then don't forget Friday morning here. This week we've got Martin Popoff and myself at the Funhouse. So stay tuned for all that and more here on the channel. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.